Yeah, I just want you to know, if you mess with me, I will send my sisters to beat you up. Yeah, they will come and they will bring big sticks and knives and chains. Yeah, they will come and they will and do something. They will, because I am too chicken to do it myself. I like to have my sisters do my dirty work and make threats and try to act all tough. Cause I am tough. Smelling. Yes, but so don't mess with me, you poops. It's really very hard to try to keep a straight face when you are trying to mimic an idiot. I don't even know if that's a Spanish accent. Y también yo hablo español. Pero mis hermanas van a matarte. Something like that. Yeah. So don't mess with me. Don't mess with my 200 kids who come with baby rattles and of course Copper has to start making noise as soon as I get on here. I will sick my dog on you too. He will come and lick you to death. Yes, he will take off all your skin with his tongue. Yeah, so you don't want to mess with me, people. That's right, because I am pretend tough. I am pretend gangster. I'm really a big weenie, but I get my followers by trying to act all macho, and then I do MFing all over the place and flipping F-bombs and then mention God. I'm sure he appreciates that very, very much. Oh. And now I'm the man behind the mask. I have to use a fake accent so you don't know who I am, because I'm a scammer. What? You don't like this mask, dude? Huh? You don't like this mask? Woof. 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 He wants to play now. Anyway, I just want you to know I got to keep my identity secret because, number one, I plan on flying over an international border. You know what I'm saying? I'm flying over an international border illegally, flying down to Prosser because I'm really a fake-ass pilot. That's right. I'm not really a pilot, but it makes me look good, and and I'm sure that my stupid followers, who believe every word that I say, will believe I'm a pilot. Yeah. And yeah, I am a pilot. I got a little Hot Wheels plane that I go like that. And then, of course, stupid people think that I'm really flying it. Oh yeah, and I'm also going to drive a car into the lake, which people have offered me money and said that they would actually buy the car for me if I'd stay down there, like for 3 or 4 days. So, yeah, I might just do that. I don't know what the hell the purpose of it is, other than to try to scam people out of more money, saying I need $10,000 for a vehicle, which I probably will come up with some excuse why I don't buy it, or I'll buy it for $1,000 and claim I spent $10. And, of course, my dumbass followers will believe every word that I say, because they got no brains, and they are gullible. So just keep sending me money, keep patting my pocketbook, keep donating to my Screw GoFundMe, or actually it's Screw You Fund Me, is what it should be named, or Dumbass's Fund Me. or Gullible People Fund Me. I'm also starting a donation fund so I can buy some shampoo and wash my hair. So, y'all want to be donating to that, all right? And then, and then once I hit that 10,000 mark, I'll take off the mask and let you see what kind of an asshole I really am. How's that? Oh, now I got to find my mouse so I can put this sucker on pause again. Let's see. Where the heck did it go? There it is. Alrighty. Look who it is. Oh, I can tell this is lagging really bad, but there's nothing I can do about it. So you just have to pretend it's like one of those kung fu movies where they're like, I'm going to hit you. So. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about a few things this morning. I found it kind of interesting that all the misinformation that people give out all the time, all the rabbits that they go chasing down holes that are just like totally stupid just to get clicks and super chat money. And yet, I make one wrong video where some of the information may be incorrect, and all they can do is get on there and blast me. Yeah, I actually find it kind of funny because I think if there's anybody, and obviously, if you base everything that you think about me off of that, go back and watch some of my other videos. That's all I can say. Go back and watch some of my other videos and see what I've had to say about things. All right. So, like this one guy comes out, Wisconsin Hugs, who I actually thought was a pretty decent guy until now. Comes out and says, Kevin East owes the community of trucking an apology. For what? What do I owe them an apology for? That would be interesting to know, what I owe them an apology for. I've said from the very beginning that this was foul play. I've said from the very beginning that I thought Lindsay was involved. I haven't changed my stance on that at all. And if you don't have enough brains to put two and two together and see what's going on, okay, let's go down the list. Let's just look at Lindsay. All right, number one, look at her celebration of life speech. Look at how there was absolutely no emotion other than anger at us. She tells us to shut up and mind our own business. Yeah, that was when I first started suspecting her. Okay, let's just look at the evidence. Okay, she reports Kylie missing around 5 p.m. on Saturday. By noon the next day, they already have a GoFundMe set up by her real estate agent, by the way, at $5,000. By that evening, it's changed to $10,000. And then within a week, the goal is $150,000. How much was it that was owed on the lodge after they took all of the fake grants and stuff that they ended up having to pay back because they took it on false pretenses? Obviously, that is not the sign of an honest person. So they had to pay that back. They owed $150,000 from what I understand. Well, guess what the GoFundMe went up to? $150,000. Can you imagine that? Put two and two together. AWP comes on the scene. Lindsay is super pissed. All she could do is get on there and try to disparage them. Tell them that they don't have any business coming to interfere. Oh, what normal mother would do that? What normal mother would be mad at people coming to try to find her missing daughter? Also, keep in mind, she was pushing the abduction scenario really, really bad. Got on TV and said, oh, bring her back. And I've talked about this before, but I want to go over it again. Just to nail it down in your brains. She was abducted. She was abducted. She was abducted. That is the scenario that she had been pushing super hard. Now AWP comes. She's all pissed off at them because she knows that they're going to find her, because she knows where Kylie is. You would never convince me that she didn't. Why else would she be getting mad? Oh, number one, I'll give you a couple reasons why she was mad. Number one, she didn't want all this publicity. She wanted to just have it swept under the carpet, gather her money, because she knew if it went public and it started going all over YouTube, people were going to start looking into it, and they were going to discover her scam. Also, she knew, by the way, the GoFundMe itself reached the total of $63,000 and change, which still isn't pocket change. It's a good chunk of money, which she kept. She never intended, and her actions prove this, people, no matter what anybody else says. She never intended for that to be for reward money. It was a money grab. It was set up by her real estate agent. It was raised to $150,000. I think to pay off the lodge. So she was upset because she knew when AWP come on the scene, she knew where Kylie was. Otherwise, she'd have no reason to get mad. If she truly believed the abduction scenario that she was pushing, she would have had no reason to get upset with AWP and that they were going to find Kylie, because she knew they would. It was a money grab, people. I don't care what anybody says. Her actions, you know the old saying, actions speak louder than words, right? And her actions show that all she was after was the money. She was mad at AWP because she knew that they were going to find her. She knew that the GoFundMe was not now going to go any higher, was not going to reach the $150,000 goal. And that is why she was upset. That and the fact that it was going to be publicized, it was going to be all over YouTube, and it was going to be a lot harder to hide her involvement. Why would a responsible mother allow a 16-year-old daughter to go to a party where she knew there was going to be alcohol and drugs? All right, so let me just say, I owe nobody an apology for anything. I did make an honest mistake, which I took the videos down, and I do feel bad about that, but I still feel that all of the information, other than Kylie being frozen, which has been proven to be false, all the other information doesn't really affect anything. As far as who I believe was involved, it may have a bearing on exactly what happened. I've also have another video that I'm going to make at some point where some Forest Service people have been talking about some other outside groups that may have been involved that were not far from Boca. Now, I'm not going to get into that right here. All right. And so you have other people who are saying things like, you have this Audrey chick who keeps... You got all these people trying to prove I wasn't a cop. And let me just say this. And I'm being very blunt and upfront when I say this. If you come on any platform saying that I wasn't a cop, you have not done your proper research. Either that or you have, and then you pick and choose what you want to present to try to put me down. And what that tells me is this. Number one, I have to question your motive for doing that. The only motive that I can think of is that you're part of the cover-up. That you're some kind of trucky troll that wants to try to disparage what I say so people won't believe me, because you want everybody to believe it was just an accident. You want everybody to not believe what I'm saying, or any of us who say it was foul play. And so you're part of the cover-up. Either that, or in the case of the one gal, you're Jeff's sister, which explains everything. You try to go after somebody who's honest and who's presenting information that they believe to be factual. And I haven't been right on everything, but I have on most things. Go back and watch my videos. Yeah, those of you who think I owe Truckee an apology, go back and watch some of my other videos and all the other stuff that I presented. Yeah, a lot of you have mentioned things, and it's obvious that you haven't watched my videos on it. You might want to see everything that I've said instead of just picking and choosing crap that you want to try to tear down. And by the way, some of you, like CNY, wonder how much money you made off of me in Super Chat money. Yeah, she's already pissed at me because I called her out on her clickbait, chasing every rabbit down every hole just to get clicks and Super Chat money. And as much as people like her try to, oh, that's not why I do it. Okay, then take your Super Chats down. If all you want to do is present information, take your Super Chats down. Yeah. And then we'll see what your true motive is. All right, put your money where your mouth is. You don't see Super Chats on my channel. You don't see paywalls on my channel. You don't see me put anything behind a paywall. All of my content is absolutely free. And you don't have to pay me $20 for me to acknowledge you. Yeah, go ahead and talk shit all you want. The fact is, what I present, I believe to be true. And like I said, I'm not always right, but I have been on a lot of things. Now, the things that I did present in those last two videos means, and I'm not saying that this is true, but I am saying that the statement that it was 100% Kylie in the vehicle and that she'd only been there a couple of days, I can't believe that, because there's been 3 other things that this person told me that I've proven to be lies. By the way, shout out to Claudia. Yeah, you know who you are. You know who you are, Claudia. Claudia L. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know who you are. You're a liar. You're a deceiver. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. You guys want to make money off of me at my expense? Whatever. You should send me a cut, though. No, I wouldn't want your dirty money. Get out of my face. So anyway, who do I owe an apology? Definitely not Lindsay. I believe she was involved from the beginning, like I said. Boy, she sure went after that GoFundMe money really quick and fought us, even with the petition. We filed a petition for her to give that reward money to AWP. And of course, GoFundMe, being the snakes that they are, let her commit fraud, which that's exactly what it was fraud. It was set up as a bring Kylie home reward money for Kylie. And then later was changed to help for the Kylie Roddy family, and then Kylie's name was taken out of it completely. And so she pocketed $63,000 in change. Money grab. Money grab. Oh, it's not the only fund that she set up either. She also set up a Venmo account and a couple of others. It was a money grab. I don't care what anybody says. It was a money grab. So who do I owe an apology? Here's the thing. When trolls tell you things, and I was telling somebody else this last night via text, that when trolls tell you things, they have an agenda. They have an agenda. And so when they say certain things, sometimes if you take the opposite stance, you're correct. She told me it was 100% Kylie and that she'd seen pictures of her. She said that she saw Nick's video footage and that it definitely wasn't Jagger. It was like the first thing that she said. It wasn't Jagger. Okay, well, if you've lied about everything else, then common sense tells me that you've lied about everything. Which tells me maybe it was Jagger. Because you were so adamant. That was the first thing you said. It wasn't Jagger. It was Kylie in the vehicle that they pulled out. Okay. We still have the autopsy report that was released to the public. You have a really hard time convincing me that that autopsy report is of Kylie. You have Forest Service people who have told me about camps, like homeless camps, people with trailers that could hide vehicles, people that may have ties with the cartels. One such camp was a mile north of Boca. Forest Services continue having to go in there and chase people out because they can only stay there for 30 days and then they have to leave. So Forest Service people there see a lot of things. They basically call it a portable crack house. Possible connections to the cartels. So is it a possibility that Kylie still could have been trafficked? Yes. Which is the theory I was holding on to the most because I could never figure out a motive for killing her. But you can definitely come up with a motive for trafficking her. So could she still be alive? Who knows? Was that her in the vehicle? It could have been her in the vehicle that was pulled out of the water. But if so, why didn't the autopsy match? Because obviously when they did the autopsy, they just took a guess at some things. Her height was wrong, her weight was wrong. At first, they said no scars, marks, or tattoos. Then later, they said she had a tattoo, but then they put it in the wrong place. I mean, again, 2 plus 2. So could she have been trafficked? Yes. Was she trafficked? No way of knowing, at least at this point. So I still think that is a definite possibility. I don't know how involved Sammy and Jagger were, but I fully believe both of them know exactly what happened. Now, one thing I did ask about to one of the Forest Service people, I asked about some very prominent families in the area. And I said, what other reason would law enforcement have for covering all of this up? And everyone that I talked to over there gave me the same answer. Because you've got a lot of affluent people that live in Truckee. The majority of the money that comes into Truckee comes in through tourism. And what they've told me, and there's other people over there that, if you remember the documentary Everyone Counts, where it talks about all the deaths that they swept under the carpet over there, Placer County and Nevada County. They all said that they do that to protect their tourism dollars. That's why when they file the uniform crime reports, you don't see any murders on there. You see suicides. You see accidents, but not murders. Yeah, there's a reason for that. They want to keep this clean slate look so that it doesn't affect their tourism. And something happening to Kylie that was not an accident would affect their tourism dollars. And so what I have been told by my contacts over in Truckee and also by other personnel that I've talked to, they've all been very emphatic in saying that it did not need to be a prominent family for law enforcement to cover it up. They cover it up simply because they don't want that kind of publicity and won't allow anything to affect their tourism dollars. So they said that that's more than enough motive for things to be covered up by law enforcement. Plus, we know what's happening out of the Nevada County Jail. Of course, they don't want that investigated, because there would be a couple of very prominent people in that department going to prison. Because if they could link a lot of those fentanyl deaths back to what was distributed out of the jail, we're talking lifelong sentences. And I hope that eventually they get those sentences. So, anyway, those of you who want to just keep talking crap about me and, ignoring all the other information that I put out, be my guest. Make your money at my expense. Just know that, to me, the people that are trying to disparage me, you're sad. You're pathetic. You people that are trying to get clicks because of me, you're sad. You're pathetic. You really are. So I am going to be coming out with another video after a while on this young man that was murdered that I've talked about. But I wasn't planning on doing this video this morning. But I was sitting here, I had my breakfast, I got to thinking about it, and it's like, you know what? It's Saturday morning. Not that that has any relevance, but that's a good excuse. Why'd you do it? Because it's Saturday. You got a problem with that? So, anyway, there was a couple other things I was going to talk about, but I don't remember what they were. So anyway, we shall see you later. And I don't know what time I'm going to come out with this other video, but I'm actually going to start on it now once I get this uploaded. So anyway, we shall talk to you later.